Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and a bit of an unusual one this. In Dundee, in Scotland, there's been a court case where a criminal has been up before the magistrate. He and she, because they are one and the same, have been charged with a whole series of crimes, some committed when he was a he, and some when he was pretending to be a she. Who done it? Was it Alan or Alannah? Well, obviously it was Alan because Alannah doesn't exist. But let's have a look at this article. So the headlines. Transgender criminal becomes first person to appear in court as both a man and a woman. A transgender individual reportedly made history in court on Wednesday by being sentenced for crimes committed both as a man and as a woman on the same day. I think they mean he was in court and sentenced on the same day, not that he committed the crimes on the same day. According to the Telegraph, the individual, who now currently goes by the name of Alannah Morgan, was sentenced to a 3-month restriction of liberty order for offences committed over the last 18 months. And while some of these offences were committed during a period when Morgan went by Alannah, others occurred at a time when the individual went by the name Alan. Well, his name is Alan. Let's call him Alan because he's a man. Reporting on the transgender individual sentencing in Dundee Sheriff Court, the publication describes Morgan as having been sentenced for a variety of public order offences. Some of these offences allegedly included Morgan causing distress by urinating in public, shouting incoherently, and indiscriminately throwing slices of pizza around the street, exposing his buttocks, as well as pulling down his trousers to expose his genitals. Now, to me, I've been to Scotland many a time, and if ever you go up Union Street in Aberdeen about 11:30 at night, that's exactly the sort of thing you're going to see. Morgan also admitted to being in possession of a knife in relation to one complaint. In regards to sentencing, Jane Caird, who was defending Morgan, said her client was extremely fearful of being sentenced to prison. Well, of course he was. Imploring the judge that, while her client had been deemed unsuitable for taking part in community service due to health issues, the health issues being mental issues, I presume, the alternatives to a jail term should be considered. They should be considered and then put to one side and then put him in jail, in a man's jail. That's not what happened though. She said, "I'm asking the court to deal with it without sending my client to custody. He is extremely fearful of that and feels it would put him 10 steps backwards." Oh, bless. So you commit the crime and can't do the time. And now you're saying, oh God, at least it'll be a ladies' prison. No. If you've got a penis in your pants, you should be going to a man's prison. However, that didn't happen. Sheriff Alistair Carmichael appeared to heed the request, noting that while Morgan's offences would be worthy of a prison sentence, he felt obliged to look at alternatives. The sheriff subsequently placed Morgan on a tag for 3 months, while also ordering the individual to remain indoors between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. each day. Well, it's hardly much of a punishment, but it'll stop him going down a pub, I suppose, and getting drunk and hurling pizza. But, I mean, let's face it, he's not the world's sort of biggest super criminal, is he? Send me $1 billion and all that. But he is a bit of an idiot. Let's face it, it's not the worst crimes in the world, and he's hardly, Dr. Evil, is he? Send me $1 billion. But on the other hand, he is a bit of a knob. But a little jail cell would have just concentrated his mind wonderfully, I think. But he was in the court being charged as a man and a woman. Imagine the judge has said, yes, okay, I'm going to give you, let's say 6 months. But you'll do the first 3 months in a man's jail and the second 3 months in a woman's jail. Would that have worked? Probably not. But, this is the ridiculousness of trans men claiming to be women. Because now it's saying, oh, I'm totally unfit to go to jail. No, mate, if you can do the crime, you've got to do the time. Anyway, I'm going to round off. This one didn't really get me angry or anything. I just felt it was a bit odd. But there we go. Coming up. So there you are. He appears in court, pretends to be a woman, but actually a man, but gets sentenced both as a man and a woman. And it is just weird, isn't it? But the line exposing his genitals kind of sums up exactly what he is. And as for throwing pizza in the street, it depends. Did it have pineapple on it? I'm not getting into that. It's religious. Some people like pineapple on pizza. Personally, I think there's a special place in hell reserved for people who like pineapple on pizza. Tell me what you think in the comments. Pineapple yes or no? Anyway, I'm going to round off here. If you like what you've seen here on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future output. Share the video, like the video, make a comment. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, eat the damn pizza, and goodbye.